Doge to the moon.
No fucking way. No way. No way.
Oh my god.
Where the fuck
Here
are
we
you,
go.
man?
What's up? This is your host Non-Fungible TC, Non-Fungible today and Non-Fungible tomorrow. And what you just heard is actually Elon Musk on a Twitter Spaces saying Doge to the moon. So basically what happened during the weekend is that, on Friday I was saying that, oh, we deserve a break, right? With all of this happening with FTX and stuff like that. But guess what, guys? On Saturday, FTX was hacked, right? So there was a hacker that was withdrawing the funds from the FTX exchange and also FTX US exchange and dumping it into different type of protocols. And therefore, a group of people banded together to start a Twitter Spaces to cover this, to kind of share with the community where the money is going, what the hacker is selling, what the hacker is buying, and so on. But besides that, it was just a wild, Saturday on Twitter Spaces. Elon Musk jump on here. You have a bunch of different people jump on here in this Twitter Spaces covering exactly what the hacker is doing, and everything is all surrounding this FTX. So besides Elon Musk saying Doge to the moon, there's a lot more to happen during the weekend. So what happened was that during the weekend, people found out that Reuters came out with a report saying that FTX had a backdoor built into its accounting software by Sam Bankman-Fried, which he used to move billions without triggering alerts to other staff auditor at Reuters. So basically, FTX, a lot of people are going to blame crypto, saying that it's not regulated, blah, blah, blah. But that is far from the truth. FTX is very heavily regulated. It is an exchange. They are regulated with the standards of like a financial, trading platform, I think. But what happened was that there was this huge disregard for regulations, right? There's this huge disregard for authority where the people on top were able to siphon the funds, were able to use user funds, without alerting the systems and stuff like that. So this has nothing to do with crypto's nature in general, but this have everything to do with human nature. And one of this is that the human nature that is disregarding all the rules, and therefore a lot of people were hurt here. So I just want to bring that point out. So what happened was that there was a talk during this weekend that the app and website could compromise your device so that it could install virus on your phone if you have the app. So everyone was just crazy and wild. This was verified by the FTX Telegram admin saying that, hey, FTX has been hacked, check is open, don't go to the website, it might sound like Trojan, and some of the funds were retrieved, right? So it was a really wild weekend, and then what happened was that at the same time during the weekend, Bitfinex, right, is leveraging leaving ETH to maintain the tether pledge. So it seems like there's something developing about the UST stablecoin, but now it's still very early to say what this is about. But definitely keep your eye on that as well. So Wu Blockchain came up with a chart saying that a lot of public indicated damages in the FTX crash. So look at this, right? Paradigm loses 290 million, right? Sequoia 213 million, right? A lot of these, Ontario Teachers Pension Fund 80 million. And one of the things, even Animal Club brand lost money, and they actually came out to say that it wasn't a lot of money and stuff like that. And they're okay. Coinbase lost 50 million and so on. So you do see a lot of these things, and this can make me feel like, because Animoca is based in Hong Kong and FTX for Prime was actually based in Hong Kong, I had a feeling that the VC circle in Hong Kong is greatly exposed to this fiasco, right? Because if you look at this Bloomberg article, FTX was actually initially based in Hong Kong, but then they left Hong Kong to Bahamas, maybe because of the view, but they were just saying that, there's crackdown on crypto, but now we all know why he went to Bahamas, right? So guess what? After posting this, right, what happened was that, Hong Kong-based crypto exchange AAX suspends all operations, citing system upgrade. So this crypto exchange was based in Hong Kong, saying that they have to upgrade for 7 to 10 days, which is very weird. And it seems like the contagion is now happening, right? We're just barely scratching the surface, because this FTX thing is like the world's second biggest crypto exchange. So there must be more impact to the world. So besides this, not only do you have projects, losing money, you have VCs, platform contagion. So basically, project means that a lot of NFT project, if they store the treasury fund in FTX, gone. A lot of protocols, if they store the money in FTX, gone. VC investment, FTX, gone. And guess what? You have token contagion, because what happened is that there's this thing called wrapped crypto. So for example, if you want to trade Bitcoin, sorry. For example, if you want to trade Bitcoin on the Solana blockchain, you need to have an intermediary, okay? So for example, FTX will hold your Bitcoin, and then they will say, okay, I'm holding 1 Bitcoin. I will now issue 1 Bitcoin in the Solana blockchain. So that's how you have wrapped Bitcoin Solat on the Solana blockchain, and you can trade Bitcoin on the Solana blockchain, right? But after you want to cash out that Bitcoin, you go to FTX and say, hey, FTX, please give me back my Bitcoin. So they will burn your token, or they will just take your token, and then they will give you back 1 Bitcoin, right? But what happened right now is that, because, FTX has filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, right? This Bitcoin on Solana blockchain could no longer be redeemed. So that's why the price was just dumping, right? So people lost a lot of money. Not only do you have projects, being insolvent, now you even have tokens, backed by FTX, kind of going down as well. So at the same time, someone was just saying that FTX in the bankruptcy filing says that they don't hold any Bitcoin or something like that, but actually they're allowing people to trade Bitcoin, so they're actually selling you fake Bitcoin. So this thing goes, this rabbit hole goes really deep, right? So moving on, and also Wu Blockchain was saying that a lot of Singapore retail investors were affected by this. Actually, lucky enough, here in Hong Kong, you have to be an institutional investor in order to use FTX. But it seems like, unfortunately, a lot of retail in Singapore has been rocked by this, right? South Korea 6.21, Singapore 5.26, and actually the Singapore Monetary Authority did issue a statement very recently about this. So it's just very sad. Like, you have a lot of builders, you have a lot of people putting life savings there, and also FTX is doing some sort of 8% yield. So a lot of people are borrowing money and just putting money there. It's all gone, and then these people have to pay back, right? And a lot of people are in a very dark time. So if you know someone who lost the money or whatever, just extend them maybe support or something like that. But it's really sad to see these are indeed very dark times in this space. But guys, you need to anticipate more. So in the next 12 months, we have Mt. God Bitcoin release. The US government 210K Bitcoin holdings potentially go on sale. So I mean, the US government confiscated a lot of Bitcoin in the past. They're gonna sell them. Michael said a potential liquidation due to coin margin loans. It is definitely not looking good, right? So there's a lot of uncertainties right now. So if you ask me, is this the bottom? It feels like the bottom, but there's still so many ways that it could still be somewhere in between, right? So, out of the blue today, what happened was that the market rallied a bit. And the reason why the market was rallying, well, I think one way is because Biden's meeting Xi Jinping. And so that people are hoping that the US and China tension there's some things that could be solved, right? Because this is a very historical meeting, finally. But ZZ actually came out and said this, right? To reduce further cascading negative effects of FTX, Binance is forming an industry recovery fund to help projects who are otherwise strong but in a liquidity crisis. More details to come soon. So Binance is definitely doing a lot of stuff right now, and they're actually winning a lot of this. A lot of praises, okay, because people are gonna support this initiative and that, and therefore you see the token prices pumping, right? So besides this, at the same time, what happened in the weekend is that there is a potential bank run on crypto.com may be in progress, right? Nearly 90,000 unique transactions have been processed in the last hour. So the reason for this is that a lot of people are, moving funds out of the exchange. So what happened, right? So this is the crypto.com CEO talking about this. So what happened was that after all of this fiasco with FTX, a lot of exchanges decide to initiate something called proof of reserve. So what they're going to do is that they're going to share you the wallet of the reserve. And they're going to say that, hey, I actually have enough, these funds, right? So crypto.com did the proof of reserve, and it seems like a lot of the tokens that they hold were actually Shiba Inu, right? So it kind of raises up your eyebrow. But at the same time, they accidentally withdraw like 80% of the Ethereum, consumer Ethereum, to a wallet that does not belong to them, and that wallet actually belongs to Gate.io, and then Gate.io sent them back the Ethereum, and people were just worried like, oh, both of these exchanges are insolvent, right? Because what happened was that CZ said something about this, and right now everyone is just treating what he says definitely because they think very important, right? Because they believe that CZ might know something that we do not know, right? Because what CZ was saying when this happened is that if an exchange have to move a large amount of crypto before or after they demonstrate their wallet addresses, it is a clear sign of problem. Stay away, stay safe, right? So that's why this thing triggered another bank one on crypto.com. But then Chris, who's the CEO of crypto.com, said that it generated a lot of FUD. But now what they did is they proceed to withdraw the funds back to its cold wallet over the following days. The entirety of the ETH was successfully withdrawn, blah, blah, blah. And so Gate.io confirms it here. So they're saying that, hey, all the systems are operating normally. These are whitelisted address. We're moving the funds and stuff like that. But what happened is that even Fleur said it, right? You cannot expect users to feel safe that you accidentally sent 320,000 ETH to the wrong address. You're lucky that the gate sent it back, right? So that's why there's a lot of FUD. But crypto.com Chris is gonna be doing an AMA, I think. So yeah, moving on. One of the biggest winner of this is Uniswap, right? DeFi, because a lot of these failures are centralized platforms, but DeFi is still holding up strong, right? So Uniswap has more volume on ETH than any centralized exchange the last 24 hours. Only one above 1 billion, right? So yeah, guys, definitely these are interesting times, and it goes back to the fundamentals like decentralization, because with centralized people, with centralized power, with centralized platform, these echoes, it's a humbling experience, right? It's a humbling experience that why are we pursuing Web3? Why are we going for decentralization? Why is code king, right? Even though at times they might be scammed by people, these are people element, right? And even though there might be times where it could be hacked. But why is code king? Because human nature is something that history repeats itself, right? So anyways, I was just saying that at the same time, due to Wu blockchains, that due to loss of centralized exchange, trading volume Uniswap increased. So at the same time, I said last night, I was just checking the decentralized exchanges tokens like Uniswap, GMX, DYDX, SushiSwap. All of these tokens just pumped, right? And also Trust Wallet token pumped as well, because CZ said, that is kind of like a wallet, right? It's not a custodian wallet, so you own that crypto if you move it down. Therefore, it pumped as well. Yeah, so this is the whole story, right? Crypto.com transferred nearly 85% of ETH reserve to Gate.io in October. CEO assures that it was accidental, right? So yeah, long introduction. So I'll be very quick afterwards. So traditional news, you have this historical meeting between China and the US at the same time. One of the biggest things that we have to be aware is tomorrow we have the CPI, core CPI in the US. Usually these numbers will affect the markets, not CPI, sorry, PPI. PPI is the producer price index, right? So it means that whether the cost, the change in the price of finished goods and services sold by producers, excluding food and energy. So if this is higher, it means that inflation is not solved. If this is lower, inflation is kind of being controlled. So moving on, median sales of a house in the US is down 8.4%, right? So houses prices is going down. The market is slowing down, right? Global crypto market cap now 838. Bitcoin at 16,000. Ethereum 1,248. Some people are saying that this problem is kind of created by Aziz's reassuring post, but a lot of people are saying that this could be a bull trap, right? Stable coins, took a dump, went back up, took a dump. Okay, so money is leaving the market, right? Yeah, it all went down, so it means like money is gone. Money is not even stable. So crypto market cap. Let's look at Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance is 40.21. Ethereum at 19. So yeah, Ethereum kind of took a dump a while back and then went back up. This is interesting, right? So Nansen is showing that smart money is moving to BUSD. Okay, interesting. Okay, BUSD. And some of these tokens are Ethereum and Matic, right? So I won't cover much about these news because I kind of mentioned it on the side and stuff like that. But one thing about NFT is that if you think your NFTs are down, it makes sense because look at this, right? A lot of NFT people who bought NFTs in the last 30 days are in losses, right? Before this was in the middle and now boom, all the way here, right? So yeah, NFT is not making money, and this is important. There's an exploit in OpenSea code that's allowing bot to accept dominant web Ethereum offers of NFTs that are already locked by OpenSea. Here's the situation: a number of other side deed were fast sold on Friday and Saturday. Right, OpenSea locked them with a new yellow under review flag. In each instance, the NFT is bought on Luxware and in the same transaction block. A dominant OpenSea, web Ethereum is accepted. The OpenSea web Ethereum should not be acceptable given NFT has been flagged. This is unacceptable, right? So the reason why others did is below 1 ETH right now is that because there was this person who kind of got gone through this whole bug or some sort of exploit, and then the price just keep dumping, right? So like many of these other steed were sold like I think more than 100 or maybe even more, yeah. So yeah, we can see that in terms of the floor price now, it's going down. The listing, people are listing more, so everything is down. Increased volume, everything is just a sea of red. LFG news, Mimla announced stage 5 of potatoes. Pudgy Penguin, let's see, introduce the meme maker, a simple way to create meme with just a few clicks. So yeah, I mean, projects are still building. Gary V finally announces the location of the physical Fly Fish Club. It will be at 141 Houston Street in New York City. So this is a very exclusive type of private membership club that you can go to the restaurant if you own that NFT. Wow, Art Goldberg back to ETH, 2 ETH right now, okay? So guys, stay safe. Big day, big numbers tomorrow. This is your host, Non-Fungible TC. If you like the content, remember to like and subscribe. Apologies, I'm looking tired. I am indeed tired. I haven't rest at all. During Sunday, I was doing an interview, and then I was doing the video editing. But hopefully, I can share that video with you because it is a very much needed message in that video. So this is your host, Non-Fungible TC. If you like the content, remember to like and subscribe. Signing out.